Joe Russell with the front line with Joe and Joe. Once again, let us go into the breach. Canada is confused. Play the clip.
Canada is big. Canada is coast to coast to coast. Canada is milk in bags, but not everywhere. Canada is butter tarts, Nanaimo bars, and poutine, but rarely in the same meal. You make that mistake once. Canada is beer. Canada is cargo shorts. Canada is hijabs. Canada is lumberjack plaid. Canada is turbans. Canada is saris. Canada is kilts. Canada is back decks, long hikes, and canoe rides, and time by the lake. Canada is pickup trucks and country music. Canada is electric vehicles and techno, I guess. Canada is really, really big. Canada is reconciliation. Slower than maybe it should be. Canada is not America. That's good and bad. Mostly good. No offense, eh? Canada is hockey and soccer and baseball and football, golf, lacrosse, curling, and more. Canada is big business. Canada is farming. Canada is Hollywood North, though we actually call Hollywood Canada South. Canada is learning. Canada is getting better. Canada is straight, gay, trans, two-spirit, and everything else. Canada is a bunch of people who decided to live here as opposed to somewhere else, most likely brought together by a mutual joy in complaining about the weather. Canada is not always right. Canada is about learning from our mistakes. Canada is the person who served you coffee. Canada is the doctor or nurse who helped someone you love. Canada is the guy who drove the taxi. Canada is your neighbor. Canada is you. Canada is Canada, eh?
I will admit, I enjoyed watching this clip. It did teach me a thing or two, most particularly that you put milk in bags. That's kind of weird. And like I said in the beginning, Canada's awfully confused. Justin Trudeau pretending like he knows what he's doing. Once again, show the picture. I wish we could read the mind of like the soldier with the beret on his head. He's probably like, good gravy. Do you say that in Canada? Good gravy? We say that in America when we don't want to drop an F-bomb. Good gravy. We'll just leave it at that. Good gravy. Ernest Hemingway is back. He's got a haircut and he's talking about the MAID program. He's kind of pissed too. Play the clip.
All right. I heard something that's absolutely disturbing, disgusting, and pure evil. Our Canadian Liberal government, Justin Trudeau, announced that he wants to make the MAID program, medically assisted dying, available to, get this, mature youth. Who are the mature youth according to Trudeau? 12 and over. Imagine a baby, a child, 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, applying for MAID, medically assisted death, suicide, or better known as murder. And this government allowing it. Now, these mature youth don't need the permission of their parents. Satan is heavy at work, and he's definitely penetrated the Liberal government here in Canada. Disturbing, disgusting, evil, and this man needs to pay for his crimes against humanity and children, not to mention his pedophile past. If you don't know about it, look it up. It's available for anybody to see. Stay free. God bless.
I'm going to be honest. Ernest gets it. You can't euthanize your poor away, but that's exactly what secular humanists do. And if you continue to do it, Ernest Hemingway is going to get rather upset. He looks like a pretty big guy, and ultimately he may just come knocking on your door and read you The Old Man and the Sea. Crazy ass French Canadians getting rather close to the fire. Play the clip. What the heck was that all about? What? Canada needs an exorcism. Doug Ford loses a bet. As a result, he will be getting breast implants. I think he will look absolutely fabulous. Protests are happening all over Canada. Play the clip. So in the clip, you got a transgender dude with like rainbow fake wings. You got people with cowboy hats. You got Muslim women. You got kids. You got people shoving signs in people's faces. Canada is imploding. And not for nothing, that is quite a collection of humanity. I don't know what's next. I'm waiting for like Batman and Robin to show up, or maybe the Joker, or how about the Riddler? I think that would be more appropriate. The Riddler. I don't know. Maybe even Catwoman. Justin Trudeau grows a beard. Show the picture. I think he looks good. I think he should keep it. The new face of Canada, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Trudeau has replaced the maple leaf with the big bad wolf. By the way, Dougie Ford is under that mask, and he's rather. See her voice from the streets. She's speaking common sense. Play the clip.
They're indoctrinating children by teaching them all about sex, children that are not at all interested, that are uncomfortable learning about it. And this is no place. It's the parents that should be teaching their children about sex, and definitely not kindergarten, and definitely not by people who have all kinds of strange agendas and, you know, believe in transgenderism, believe kids are transgender and queer, when they haven't ever thought about it, and they aren't unless they're indoctrinated into it.
Do you feel like politicians are paying attention to this issue?
They're pushing it. They are pushing it. Like Trudeau is pushing it. All of the NDP and Mayor Gondek is pushing it. They're all for the grooming children. It's horrifying.
Common sense is not too common, and because this woman is speaking common sense, she'll be ignored. Absolutely and utterly ignored. Trudeau has a problem with tomatoes. Tomatoes. Play the clip.
Anybody been to Manotick before? Beautiful little place. They have the little miracles of Manotick, tiny little tomatoes you can buy there. But unfortunately, Trudeau's charging a carbon tax on the CO2 that they release into the greenhouse, even though it's absorbed by the plant life. He missed that day in science class, right? And so it costs more money for a Manotick tomato in Manotick than for a Mexican tomato in Manotick. So Trudeau sends the price signal to the customer to buy the Mexican tomato, which had to be trucked and trained all the way from Mexico, burning diesel across North America. Why don't we stop importing food? We can grow our own. Let's axe the tax, lower the cost, and let our farmers feed us.
Tomatoes are bad. They're bad. They're bad for the environment. Who is your finance minister, Canada? Play the clip.
Who is Freeland? And who the hell is running our country? Freeland is on the board of trustees for the World Economic Forum, regarded as the highest level that you could possibly be at the WEF. How does an ex-journalist gone politician gain such a high ranking in such a short time? This status means she outranks Justin Trudeau. She also holds the title of governor for the AIIB, which is currently under investigation for being run by the Communist Party. This woman is not who she says she is. Governor of AIIB, Board of Trustees for the World Economic Forum, Minister of Finance, and Deputy Prime Minister. but with a higher ranking than our own Prime Minister. In the grand design, she is Trudeau's handler. She is calling the shots.
Freeland wears lots of hats. I personally think she's Catwoman, terrorizing Gotham. In an effort to raise the morale of the Canadian people, Jagmeet Singh wrestles Dougie Ford. Jagmeet's going off the top rope. I think Dougie's in trouble.
Hey Canada, show the country that you stand for freedom with one of these hats from our store. Your purchase supports this channel. Check out the link in the description and order yours now.